What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to go over some basic liquidity concepts. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of supply and demand and liquidity sweeps, how I find liquidity. So we're going to get right into that. It's just going to be a light example. This is oil, by the way, on the 5-minute chart. I got a 50 EMA, and then these white lines is 2-hour highs and lows. So basically, when you're looking for liquidity, you always want to use a higher time frame, and then you want to execute on the lower time frame. So the 2-hour is my higher time frame, and the 5-minute is my lower time frame. So let's go ahead and start. So how I define liquidity is basically a high or low that took out a previous high or low. So right here, I got a high that took out this high. So that would get circled, and that's a liquidity point. And then right here, I got a low that got taken out. You want to get the lowest one. So here it took it out again. And then we started coming up this way, and we took a high. So being at this low was the lowest low that took something before we started going back up. This low becomes liquidity. So as soon as price comes and start breaking highs again, now I'm bullish. And what will normally happen is if I have a low liquidity and a high liquidity, price will do a 70% retracement on the break. Really anything more than 50, and that's when you get your buy up to your next liquidity point, which will be right here. So basically, price broke the 2-hour high. We started trending down, broke some 2-hour lows. That gave us our low, our high and our low. Broke back up, then we're going to place our fib right there. This is our 70% retracement, perfect, right there on the yellow. And then our target is right here, our previous liquidity. And then you can see how that would have got hit. So the trade would have looked a little bit something like this. So it would have been a long right here. Stops would have been at the low or a little bit below the low, doesn't matter. And then you want to get a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, just at a 1 to 3.3. Bow. Easy trade. So let's go ahead and do another. So we had this low, the high got taken, so let's take that out. Price kept coming up, made this high, and then right here we broke down. So here we broke a 2-hour high, broke this one. Here we broke a 2-hour high, so that made another lick, and then here we broke down, so that's what made these valid. So once we started breaking down, now we know that this high broke a high, and we know that this high broke a high. So both of these are licks. But as soon as we started breaking down, then we would have looked for our retracement. Now, obviously, this didn't become a 70% retracement. That's how I know it's an A+ setup. So this one wouldn't have been an A+, but the concept still would have applied. So basically, after price broke, it didn't do the 70% retracement, but it did continue down to our liquidity point, which was right here. We already had this one marked up. And as you can see, price trended right down to it, took it right here. So let's keep it going. We'll delete this one. See, we are breaking 2-hour low. Broke a 2-hour low here. Here we broke it to the upside. So this low is going to be our liquidity point. And this high is our target. So we're automatically aiming for this high because it's the first high that took another one. Bow. So price is going to eventually come back there. So it's coming up. Took a high, took a low, so that makes this another one. So we got that, and we got a target here. All right. So we take this low, comes back up into the supply and demand zone, continues down, and we would have been aiming here, but I wouldn't have, so it doesn't always take the target, so sometimes I just aim for the supply demand like this. Bow. So eventually price should come there, and as you can see, it did perfectly. Next target still up here. This one got hit, so I'll delete it. That took a high, then took the low. Let's go ahead and make that let's make that a point. See, look, high taken and then low, bow. So let's go ahead and mark that up. Took a high there, so that means this lowest one is created. Eventually, I'm gonna make a bot that like just automatically marks these up, so I don't gotta manually do it. But the concept is what matters. All right, so there, high, low, taking both ways. Mark this one up. Then the low got taken. So once that got taken, bow, this would have got became one. We broke up, but this guy hit too fast, so I would have never really went for this one. I would have went for this one up here. So let's take this off, and let's just say from the time we broke this, we would have been aiming at this one. All right, so let's say we broke this. Let's say we got in here, got back below, aim for there. We would have got that 1 to 2.5. That would have been broken. Do we have any higher? And then we had this one up here, right? That would have been our next target. So that gets taken. Price is still trending up. So then we're just going to aim for our next liquidity target. So we took that. Price comes down. Stops below the low. Let's aim for the next liquidity target we already had marked up from the left side. And then look at this. Bow. We come right up and take it. Let's see if we had any. Okay, so right here. Up. So broke a high, broke a low, broke another high. So this is one. Wow. All right, so we came up. Highs, highs, highs. Here's the first low that we broke. So this is our high time frame one. This is the one that we took out here. So that's irrelevant. All right. So then coming down, bow, we taking lows. Once we take the low, we're gonna look for our entry, which should be a supply and demand zone. I'm gonna just take this whole buy area here. So basically, price came, where is it? All right. Price came down, bow, came back in, shoots down. When it's shooting down, we're aiming for the liquidity target that we already had. So as soon as it comes out of here, I'm in, and my stop loss is going to be above, anywhere above here, because I know it's not going to go back above there. And where I'm aiming is anywhere that I had marked up already to the left, and I had this point right here, so way down there. As you can see, price came right to it, and to our other one that we had, and to that one. So that's the concept right there, guys. Higher time frame liquidity, lower time frame execution, the AE way. If you guys want to learn a little bit more the way I do things, make sure you tap into the Discord. Links will be in the description, gang.